could be surprised to hear that illegal immigrants would be getting stimulus checks. Could that kill the bill in the Senate?
Back with us now to talk about it is our Fox panel, including Alex Markles from the U.S. News and World Report magazine. Alex, I'll begin with you. It's funny, there are some shades of gray when it comes to the whole concept that illegal immigrants are going to be getting stimulus checks. Maybe you can talk a little bit about that and what you think.
Well, let me just start by saying that, in my opinion, this stimulus package is just a fig leaf for the president and for Congress in an election season. But let's be specific about where this, how many people are likely to get these checks, okay? There's about 1.4 million people who have these tax IDs. They are not only illegals, they are foreign non-residents who are working in this country and are paying taxes in this country. And about half of those, about 700,000, are illegals who may or may not end up sending that money home. So as far as I'm concerned, I mean, look, Tom Tancredo can scream and yell about this all he wants, but this is not going to stop the stimulus package, because Congress and the president need cover in an election year.
Yeah, but Mike, just the idea with all of the fighting over illegal immigrants in this country, this could really jam up the works. I mean, the fact that you're giving money or is incentivizing illegal immigrants for being here.
I think first, I hope it doesn't stop the package from being passed. I think we need it, and you're dealing with two separate issues here. You're dealing with illegal immigration. You're dealing with people who are here illegally who work and pay taxes. So there are American citizens who don't pay taxes who are going to get checks as well as part of this, perhaps. So, you know, it's a difficult issue. I mean, if they pay taxes, it seems like they're due a rebate.
David Darst, they do pay taxes if they have that tax ID number, and so therefore... But you get some elderly people who are retired who maybe don't have any income, they're not paying taxes, and they might not get some checks. It depends on which sort of bill is passed, and that gets people upset.
I'm with Mike on this. I think you need to stabilize the economy. I don't think General Petraeus, when he was at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, was shot accidentally by an American soldier through the heart. He went to Nashville, Tennessee, my hometown. They asked him, we need to stabilize you first, then we'll operate. The surgeon, by the way, was Frist.
Bill Frist.
Okay, Bill Frist. He says, we need to stabilize you before we operate. He said, forget that. Operate now. Okay, and that's what we need to do with this package. I'm not saying it's not important. You're conflating two issues. I think immigration is a positive thing for the United States of America.
He's got great analogies. It's unbelievable.
Well, here's one for you. I was holding this one back here on the air. It's like two kids fighting over a heath bar. It's like two kids fighting over a heath bar while the house burns down. Okay.
Yeah, but Peter, the thing about the illegal immigrant issue here is that it just shows what happens when you pass a bill onto another body like the Senate. They're going to load it with all kinds of controversial things. Will that stop it from happening?
Well, unfortunately, probably not. I wish it would. You know, talk about going from the sublime to ridiculous. I mean, this whole thing is ridiculous from the start. We shouldn't be giving these rebates to anybody. Now, sure, you know, you can't stabilize the economy with inflation. I would love to have some tax cuts, some legitimate tax cuts that are paid for by big cuts in government spending. But just printing money and doling it out is not the answer. That's more of the problem. I don't know how many times I got to say this.
You're on if the illegals who are paying taxes, and that's what it appears would be under this bill here, do get a stimulus check, or at least the prospect of it, would that derail it, at least in the Senate?
Well, I don't think it will. I think everybody's right. The politicians need this. I wish it would derail it. I think this stimulus package is ridiculous. It's going to do more damage than good. If they really cared about stimulating the economy, they cut the marginal tax rate on the rich, because that stimulates the economy more than anything else. If they really cared, that they would cut government spending. Cutting government spending is what will get this economy going. Cutting government regulation is what get the economy going. None of this Keynesian nonsense that is proved time and time again that it doesn't work. It only creates more problems.
It worked in the 1930s. By the way, the government spending...
It did not work in the 1930s. In the 1930s, the Depression got worse.
It worked.
Year in, year out. Go look at the numbers. Unemployment got worse every single year.
2008, let's at least stay in the same year that we're in.
It didn't make it any better.
Hold on, yeah, go ahead.
Made me forget what I was going to say.
You know, everybody has an advantage today because Mike has a sore throat. Okay?
I can't
Let me
see
just
Very
be
clear
clear.
about
about
one
time.
thing, okay?
Well, I think we've got
We're talking
David's
about
voice is fine. Go ahead,
$4.3
David.
billion.
Hold on a second,
You've
David.
got
Go
to
ahead.
watch right now jobs, credit, and earnings. Now, we got this bill passing through, and we hope it will make it. Jobs, credit, and earnings. This is the emergency room of the hospital. I don't know that people realize the degree of severity and the critical nature of the economy here.
No,
And
I
that's
realize.
why it needs to be,
you're not
it
gonna
needs
save
to be
the economy by
stabilized. You're
sending
like
people-
lecturing to someone on the gurney in the near the operating room, why don't you lose some weight? Yes. These guys are saying that
No,
we
it's
need
got
to
nothing to
shape
do
up
with
and have a
weight.
clean lifestyle.
Okay,
But
hold
you
on, we
need
gotta
to
stop.
We'll get back to the debate. We've got to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.